Yes, hope you're doing well. So in this lesson, we are going to learn how to create a legacy multiple bootable disk or hard disk. In multiple, what do I mean? I'm saying where you have a flash disk that has multiple operating system. For example, as you see here, I have Windows 7. This is a Windows 7 actually I normally have. You can download this from my website, Kanel Technologies Africa. You can just come to Kanel Technologies Africa, then free software, or you can just search Windows 7. Windows 7. You can just search Windows 7. Windows 7. Windows 7. You can just search Windows. You can download. Let me see, Windows 10. Or you just, this is Windows 7. You can just search Windows 7, and then you'll be able to slope down here and then download Windows 7. The download link is down here. Here's the download link. You can download Windows 7 from here. So I have Windows 8.1, I have Windows 10, the last version official, and this software. So you can add bootable ISO images on that flash disk or hard disk, and even later add your files and use it normally. But whenever you're going to install Windows, you just choose to use it as a bootable. This software, I normally use it to recover files or bypass the Windows passwords and all that. So it's also a bootable image, so I'm going to use these images on my disk. So I'm going to be using an 80 GB external hard disk. I have plugged it into the computer. It is an external. So we are going to be using a software called Ventoy. Ventoy is a free software. You can also download Ventoy from still my website. You come to free software, Kanel Technologies Africa. This is the latest version, the release of April this year, 2026. So you can download this Ventoy. The advantage of Ventoy is it gives you an option of adding more than one image on one media. So after downloading Ventoy, of course, you'll have this zipped folder. You'll go ahead, right click, and then extract it. When you extract that folder, you'll have this folder here, and inside you'll have Ventoy. You run this setup. When you run that setup, let me show you what I'm going through here. Okay, my hard disk had removed itself, so I'm running the Ventoy again. You see, when you run this setup, it automatically detects all of the external medias, unlike the Rufus, the one that we used earlier to create the UEFI bootable medias, or the legacy. So in this one, automatically detects all the external the external drives. This is what I want to point out. If I check out this, please note, if I check out secure boot, it means I'm going to create a strictly MBR or legacy bootable media. But if I keep the secure boot and I go ahead and I click here to create, what happens is this software creates a bootable media that can be used on both UEFI and legacy BIOS, all boot modes. So note that I think I won't be repeating anyway, because it's already a trick where you can have one media that has all two bootable modes. So you only have to come here to options and check the secure boot support. Once that is checked, it means what you've created can be supported, because it's currently we are going to be trying this software on this exact computer. This exact computer boots in a UEFI mode. So I'm going to keep that secure boot checked. The partition, I'm going to leave it in MBR because we are creating a legacy. We said earlier in one of our lessons of how to differentiate between the UEFI and the legacy. We said with the legacy boot mode, the partitions have to be MBR, master boot records. So the partition configuration, I'm going to put it in NTFS. I said, please note that whenever you're creating a bootable, because these exFAT and FAT32, they have a limitation of a number. Yeah, these are file extension types. They have a limitation of a number of capacity volume that is supposed to handle. So I'll choose NTFS, and then guess what? I just go ahead and say install. It brings all these notifications. I just wait. And this is what I want you to understand. Unlike Rufus, I don't know how Rufus behaves on a fake flash disk, but this is the good news. If your flash is fake, this Ventoy doesn't reach even that far. It stops somewhere, and you have a notification that Rufus can't be installed on that media. Please note that if you have a genuine flash disk, it will just bring this same notification that congratulations. So what do you do next? Now you see we have installed Ventoy on our external media. This is what happens. If I come here on this PC that is under, this is what you'll see. You'll see a Ventoy. My disk, which is 80 GB, has been now modified as a Ventoy. What you do is very simple. You don't need to hustle. This is the funny bit of Ventoy. You just have to copy your images and paste them on that external, and when you're done, you just use your media as a bootable. Everything will be good to go. So let's copy all. I'm just clicking and dragging. Let me put this aside. This is Windows 10 also, and this is Windows recovery tool, the one I normally use. So it will take some time. I will pause this because to have some, and let me see, 1 2 3 and 4. I'll pause some to make sure, because it takes some time depending on the writing speed of my external, which is a bit old, 80 GB. I'm sure 80 GBs are nowhere to be seen these days, so its writing speed is a bit slow, but anyway, it's a bit fast. 39 Mbps per second. I think that is far better. So it's going to create an MBR compatible bootable media and a UEFI compatible bootable media. So, but if you strictly want a legacy bootable device with multiple operating systems or images, you can check out the security part, and then you just make it MBR strictly. It means it won't be able to boot from UEFI operating systems. But if you want to create the UEFI bootable device strictly, then you have to check the UEFI or the GPT mode. Once you check the GPT mode, it means that device you've made is strictly an UEFI bootable device, and it will be installed. If you just landed on this lesson and you don't know how to set your computer to boot from either legacy or UEFI, please watch one of my videos. I'm going to add it in the description. Please watch that video and learn how to go into the BIOS setups and all find out which mode is your computer set to. Yes, we are going to fast forward this for the interest of time, because we needed to try our bootable and see how it responds. I have to make sure that what I'm telling you is right and you see it by yourself. So let's fast forward this. Yeah, so this is my disk down that I've just made a bootable. And when you look here, we have Windows 7, all versions, Windows 8.1, Windows 10, and this image that I normally use to recover content for the client. So let us go ahead and try out to boot from this device and see what happens. Yes, so let us boot and see if we can access. So I'm using an HP machine. So with the HP machine, the boot menu is F9. Once you power on the device on legacy, so you see it has now identified our external as a USB disk. However, it is now classifying it as an UEFI. But what should we do? For us, we move down to one of legacy, because this is in a I'm not sure. I think I need to first pressing F10 to confirm which boot, what is the configuration of this machine. So I'll go to system. So I go down to boot options, press enter, and then I look at what is. So once I scroll down here, you see legacy is enabled. So this machine boots in legacy. So that is the case. I will just exit and keep pressing F9. F9. So I'll choose legacy straight away because this is the one down here, and I will press enter. You see it is loading inventory, and as you can see, these are all our images that we dropped earlier. So if I scroll down and I say let me choose Windows 7 and I press enter, it will ask me, do you need to boot normal mode? So I press enter to do some loading, press any key to continue. Okay, it has refused to boot from Windows 7. Maybe it is an earlier machine. Let me choose Windows 10. Yes. See? Well, I thought it was an old machine. You see, some new machines, they don't normally load the earlier versions of operating systems. So this machine has refused to load the Windows 7. So it is loading, as you can see. It is loading, and boom, it is now loading our Windows 10. It is now loading our Windows 10. Yes. Now we can go ahead and click next. We click install. Install. Well, my camera is trying to focus clearly. Well, it is asking for the key. Well, I have the key. Well, for the matter of clarity, for those that normally use my operating systems, if you happen to download this latest version of Windows 10 from my website, please also look for the key. It is among my content there. So the key of this operating system, you can also download it from my website, and I'll add it there. So as you can see, I think that's the point. I don't have the key. Our bootable is fine and working. If you see, these are all the versions included in that pack. There's Pro, there's what, yes, of that architecture. So that is it. You can go ahead and create your bootable, a legacy bootable, multiple bootable of a flash disk or of an external disk.